Here we go. Good, 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 good. Woohoo, woohoo. Alrighty, good go. Alright. Deja. Becca. Old dog. Old dog, dude, I haven't heard from you in a while. Galen RV. Galen RV. John Watson. Galen RV. I'm wondering, do you actually do RVing? Is that what that is? I mean, like travel around in an RV? That would be cool. John Watson, Brian, Narins, Deja Harris, KB, Becca, Becca Mekawa. Interesting name. Cool beans. Star, Jared. Thoughts on Walgreens. Ooh, thoughts on Walgreens. Let's just jump right on in. But before we do, Jerry, how are you doing over there at Walgreens? Before we jump into anything, it's Friday evening. It is 9:27, the 27th day of September. That means we have one trading day left of the quarter, and that is on Monday. After that, we're jumping into the fourth quarter. Okay, Tom Powell, we're going to look at Walgreens first. We'll look at CVS second, and then we'll go from there. But before we do, let's just get started. Hey everyone, my name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk. Brought to you by... coughing already, damn it. Brought to you by The 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Yeah, it's something wrong with my voice. Talking too much. That's what it is. When I grew up, I was very shy. I didn't talk to very many people. I kept to myself. At a certain point in my life, with that moment of enlightenment, okay, where I witnessed my very first infomercial decades ago, SCHD. Lisa, how are you doing today? SCHD, huh? Okay, we got three we're going to look at. WBA, CVS, and SCHD. SCHD. All right. Well, as I was saying, I was very shy, didn't talk to very many people, but now here I am in front of a camera. Just here to learn? Cool beans, Deja. What do you think of money markets? What do I think of money markets versus stable value funds with the ending of the yield curve inversion? Whoa. That's a big-ass question. It really is. Think about this for a second. I'm going to be totally 100% honest with you, okay? You ready for this? Because it's going to blow you away. Ready? Here it comes. I don't know jack shit about that. Nothing. My main concern, my main focus is a simple, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I came up with a trading strategy when my 9-year-old daughter jumped up on my lap in 2008 and said, Daddy, can you please teach me to do what you're doing? I was trading stocks at the time. So here's the challenge. How do you create a trading strategy for a 9-year-old? Well, first off, I had to make it simple. It had to be safe. The income had to be consistent and predictable. And then, imagine this, no way for her to lose. What's going to happen to a 9-year-old if she starts to lose? Well, she's going to cry. I'm going to feel like shit. Mama's going to get involved. When Mama gets involved because little baby daughter's crying, yeah, guess who's sleeping on the couch? Yeah, no thank you. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. Now, when I say I don't know anything about those particular financial markets, I do know about investing in dividend stocks for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, my main focus, I am 60 years old. I am retired. I have been working since 1973. Old Man Simmons Farm was my very first job. Picking tomatoes, green beans, squash, corn, loading up the truck with firewood. Actually going into the woods, cutting down trees, and taking the firewood and then delivering it to customers and then stacking and loading it. My very first job in 1973. Okay, we worked all day long and we got $5. 1973, that was $5. That was a lot of money. To me, 1973, that was a long time ago. But anyway, I've been working since 1973. It's 2024. I think I deserve to have a break. I do. So, all the money that I have, however much money you think I have, I don't. I have enough to satisfy my monthly obligations. Now, I got to save up to go on trips. I got to save up for certain things that out of my normal realm. But yeah, I have the ability to do whatever I want whenever I want. So it's a trade-off. Do I invest the traditional way? Gel, hold on one second. 60 years old is the time you should be looking into money market funds as a stable place to grow and keep your money. But I'll look into your 1% week strategy. Gel, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I wasn't finished with my example. So, with the money that I have accumulated over the last few years, now believe it or not, you may believe this, you may not believe this, I used to be a CEO. Okay, CEO, I had 26 employees at the peak of my manufacturing business. Wife left in 2003, sold the business, I took all the money, spent it, traveled around the world, all that money's gone, I went back to work and I earned a very small amount. The very small amount that I have allows me to retire comfortably. So when you say I should be looking into funds, okay, that's for other people. Okay, funds are usually directed and managed by other people. Now, I've seen what other people do. Hell no. Okay, I get a safe, consistent, predictable 1% per week. Now, I've been trading for 20 years, but my first 5 years were disastrous. Call it whatever you want. I think it's disastrous. I've made more money than most people make in a month. I have lost more money in a week than most people make in a year. Very uncomfortable situation. I've looked at funds, I've looked at day trading, I've looked at cryptocurrency, I've looked at Forex, I've looked at futures, I've looked at a lot of things. But guess what? Nothing has given me the trading strategy returns that I created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way to lose. That's the 5 criteria I had to overcome. Number 1, never buy something you don't understand. Number 2, never sell at a loss. Number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Me, I like companies that have 20 years of consistent growing profits. We'll get to those a little bit later, but 4, weekly options are a must. If I'm going to get weekly cash flow, it has to be something that trades on a weekly basis. If you know something else that trades on a weekly basis, please let me know. I will research it, I will jump into it, and I'll figure out how to simplify it and make it easy for everyone. But until then, weekly options, dividend stocks with weekly options. And rule number 5, make sure all the numbers work. We're going to get to that also in a minute. First challenge you're going to come up with, what stocks do I invest in? Well, simple, easy. First off, you got to understand a few things. Number 1, there's 9,664, last time we checked, companies that you could invest in on any trading day. Any day, 9,664. That's a lot to go from. However, when I say I like companies with 20 years of consistent profits, okay, that brings it down to about, a hell of less. But if you take 20 years of consistent profits and couple it together with weekly options, well, now we're only down to 300. About 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years and have weekly options available, thus allowing me to trade. Do you have a website? Gel, yes, I do have a website. We're going to get to that a little bit also. I'm also going to show you some of my trades so you see the examples. Now, sorry to interrupt. Not a problem. All questions will be answered. I have no problems whatsoever answering any questions. I don't hide anything. I show you the accounts. I have 6 different accounts. I only share 3 of them with you guys. I'm a nice guy, but I'm not that nice. I do have a paid service. I don't push it here. If you want to join my morning trading group, that is a paid service. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't try to sell you anything here. I'm just providing information, answering questions. I don't give advice. I don't give tips. I take a look at facts. What do I mean by facts? I take a look at the stock. Wait, let's actually pull one up. Here we go. NEE, NextEra Energy. Now, I actually take a look at facts. Hold on. I think this is going to be a good one to record. I got my recorder right over here. First thing we want to do is we want to find good quality companies. Well, where do we go to find good quality companies? Here you go. You ready? Got a pencil, piece of paper handy? Dividend kings, 54 companies that have consistently increased their dividends for more than 5 decades. Dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, 150 different companies that have increased their dividends for more than 25 consecutive years. Then we look at the dividend contenders, 300 companies that have consistently increased their dividends every single year for 10 to 24 years. Then, just for the fun of it, we like to throw in Warren Buffett's stock list. Why? Well, because we all think Warren Buffett is great, but he has a different trading strategy than I do. But I still like taking a peek over his shoulder and see what he's doing. So, I forget where I'm going with that. Don't get old. It's not fun. I forget things often, and then I got to write it down, and then I forget where I wrote it down, but let's continue. So, when I say dividends, a dividend is a portion of the profits that the corporations give back to the investors, and that's you and that's me. When we buy and sell stocks, we become owners of that company. So there are 2 different kinds of companies, and only 2. Well, actually there's 3. You have the private companies, which you can't invest in. Neither can I, don't feel bad. The other 2 are companies that take all their profits, put it back into the company for capital growth. So I'm going to tell you right here, right now, if you're looking for capital growth, you are in the wrong place. I'm not looking for capital growth at all. Okay? If you think I'm going to show you something that's going to appear and jump up to there, yeah, you're in the wrong place. My main concern, my main focus, safe, predictable, consistent cash flow. 1% per week. That gets me to the second company. The second company are those companies that take their profits and they share them with their investors. Okay, now like I said, 9,660 some odd companies. Half of them, about, give or take, pay dividends. The other half take all their profits, put it back into the company for capital growth. So if you're here looking for capital growth and profits, wrong place. I'm here for cash flow. I teach one trading strategy here and only one. That is it. It is simple, safe, and predictable. Okay? Now, there are lots of trading strategies, and yes, I do plenty of different trading strategies in the morning trading group, which I told you I'm not going to push here. But the strategy here, I consider it as a stepping stone strategy. It was created for a 9-year-old, so it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent, blah, 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 all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. But my main focus is cash flow. Now, I'm perfectly healthy. I have no issues whatsoever. Don't buy more shares of the same company with the dividends. Thank you, Joe. However, as I was saying, what was I saying before I got sidetracked? I do have ADD. I want to apologize that I do go off track a lot. I do have some people that have been here for a while. They keep me on track to say, James, squirrel, get back on track. Yes, that happens. Sorry, I'm human, just like everyone else. Okay, now, let's get to some of the disclaimers. Disclaimers, you ready? I've never been to college. Don't get me wrong, I've been to college, like I've been there to visit. Okay, I got invited to MIT to speak. Okay, but I've never been to college. I don't have a college degree. Don't listen to a damn word I say. If you like what I say, write it down. Do your own research. Okay, what I tell you, I only do the facts. Okay, NEE, well, that's NextEra Energy. Okay, what I'm telling you is, this is the last trade of the day, or the close of the day, 84.54. That is a fact. Over here, the bid and the ask, the volume, the open, the high, the low. Those are all facts. I don't spew out anything unless it's my opinion. But I do a lot of facts because I like facts. I like numbers. Numbers don't lie. People do. So, last traded price, the bid, the ask, the volume, high, low, close, blah, 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 all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Down here is the option chain. Now, yes, I do stock options. I only do one stock option, and that is the call option, and I incorporate that in what is called a covered call, which means if I want to do a covered call, it is one of the safest strategies there is. I buy the stocks, I sell an option against it. Let me briefly explain really quickly. Well, currently, this is the last price. So if I want to buy it first thing in the morning, in this case would be Monday morning, I'd be paying this price, the ask price. The ask price is if I'm buying, the bid price is if I'm selling. Okay, so I'm buying the stock at the ask price, $84.60. Now, I want to sell to someone else the exact time I buy the stocks, I want to sell them the option. I want to sell someone the option. So here it goes. If I buy it at 84.60, the closest strike price is going to be 85. Okay? Elementary. I can get a third grader to say, what's the closest number to here? Well, that's 85. It's not difficult. Adults have a tendency to make this strategy complicated. Please stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. 85. How much is it selling for? Well, it's selling for 95 cents. 95. Now it's 95 cents per share. So if I buy 100 shares, which you need 100 shares to do one contract, 95 cents a share, well, that's $95. Well, the stock is $85. Okay, so 100 shares at 85 is 8,500. And the option, 95 cents per share. That's per share. So if I buy 1,000 shares, 10,000 shares, 5,000 shares, it's the same, 95 cents per share. Okay, so 95 cents is more than 1% of 85. So number one, if I'm buying a good quality company, now never buy something unless you plan on holding it for a long time. That means if I'm buying NextEra Energy, I'm going into it with the belief that I'm going to hold it for a long period of time. But I'm selling at the exact same time somebody the rights to buy it from me at 85. Now they're giving me 95 cents a share. Now, if on Friday, because remember, I do all my buying on Mondays. Mondays and Tuesdays when I do all my buying. Now Fridays, when the option expires, because you can see the dates, 27th September, that's today. 4 October, that's next Friday. 11 October, well, that's 2 Fridays away. 3 Fridays away. 4 Fridays away. 5 Fridays away. So on and so forth. Every single Friday, they have options that are expiring. Well, that's what I want to invest in. I want to buy a good stock. Sell somebody the rights to buy it for almost the exact same money I paid for it. Okay, Big Pasta, we'll take a look at Devon Energy, DVN. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Let me finish up with my spiel. Is that what you call it? Spiel? Anyway, I'm selling somebody the right to buy it from me for the exact same price I paid for it. I'm getting my 1%. That's my 1% per week. Only buying good quality stocks. But not done yet. Hold the phone. Stop. Take a step back. Just because the numbers work does not mean it's the right time to buy it. So I want to take a look at the charts. And it's really simple. Please stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. I can get a third grader in here to say, hey, that's going up. Well, no kidding, it's going up. Look, here's the low, here's the high. Here it was a year ago, here it is now, and this is the direction it's going. You get almost anyone to say that. But that's only part of the picture, because that's the 1 year chart. Well, from the 1 year chart, I want to jump to the 90. Well, what's happened in 90 days? Well, high, low, where was it, where is it, what direction? Basically telling me the exact same thing. But what I'm looking for here on the 90-day chart are patterns. Up, down, 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 up, down. Simple. Now, I want to go to the 30-day chart, because the 30-day chart is going to give me a more accurate idea of where do we think it's going to go next week. So remember, I want to buy on Monday, and I want to be out on Friday. See? 30 days ago. Here we are at 80. She dips all the way down to 78.50. Goes up, pulls back. Goes up, pulls back. Goes up. Now, here's where it gets a little confusing, because it looks like it should be pulling back here, because it's very close to the 30-day high. Looks like it. But what happened today? Well, today she's up. So it makes me a little iffy, and it's too close to the high, so I'm going to pass on NextEra Energy this week, because it's not clear as a bell. When you see a stock clear as a bell, you're going to know it. I'm going to point it out, and you're going to say, that makes sense. Okay? So, that's my example. That's my spiel. Now, let's get started on some of the stocks you guys want to take a look at. So I'm going to stop my recording now, and I'm going to save that for later, because that was a good one.
First thing we want to do is we want to find good quality.
Okay. Filthy Weston, you know, James, you had 48 hours to paint it. I did paint it. I painted it yellow. Don't you like it? All right, let's take a look at some of these questions. Okay, Deja, you're just here to learn. Cool beans. Dave, where can you learn to trade stocks? Dave, you can learn right here. Ask me any question you want. I've been here every single night, 9 to 11:30 since January 2nd. I've only missed 2 nights. One, I was sick as a dog. Two, I had to take someone to the emergency room, and I've already committed myself to be here every single night until the end of the year. That will be 1 full year every single night. I want to see someone else do that. 3 hours every, 3 hours every single day for a whole year. All right, so keep coming back. I'm not going anywhere. All right, let's keep on going. What do they say? Keep on keeping on. Look at all these people joining. Where's my questions? Donald! Hey, I've been trading options on Robinhood and doing good and getting ready to switch to futures. Donald, that's cool. Let me give you one word advice when you're jumping into futures. Get to know and learn. You got to write this down because you're not going to remember it. You ready? Commitment of Traders Report. It comes out every week. It's extremely helpful, especially when you're trading futures. Okay, should I have a funded account? Donald, my suggestion to everyone before you getting started is paper trade first. Okay, this here behind me, this is a trading platform called Thinkorswim. It is free to download. Go to thinkorswim.com, download this. Now, it does belong to Charles Schwab, but Charles Schwab will allow you to use it for a short period of time for free. However, at some point, they do want you to commit and actually invest. Start put money in. But don't put any real money in until you get good at it. It's like before you can step onto the playing field, soccer, football, baseball, whatever, the coach has you out there practicing. Because when it counts, well, that's when it counts. When you have real money on the line, yeah, you better pay attention. So, make as many mistakes as you possibly can. Now, I've been trading over 20 years. I still have a paper trading account because I still make mistakes. Now, just to let you know, the biggest, easiest, simplest, foolish mistake you're ever going to make is hitting the wrong button. I've hit it 4 times this year. I hit the wrong button 4 times this year. Now, remember, I get 7 accounts. 6 accounts, 7, whatever. Now, that's a lot. So, yeah, I make mistakes once in a while. Let's keep on going. JT, are you registered with the SEC? Silly executives concentrate? Yep, I registered them last week. I had to send in 2 box tops of Kellogg's Rice Krispie treats just to make sure that they knew I was serious. No, I just told you I have no licenses whatsoever. I'm just some random guy on YouTube. I specifically tell you guys, don't listen to a damn word I say. Okay? Do your own research. Okay? NextEra Energy. Well, it's a live, viable, real company. Well, this is their chart. I did not make this up. I pull it off of wherever the hell they come from. And this is Thinkorswim. I don't know where they get their information from. But anyway, okay, here's the highs, here's the lows. These are the numbers. Okay, these are the dates. You should be familiar with a trading platform. FINRA, you weren't even listening to the first time I said I have no accolades whatsoever. Okay, I'm just some poor slob that got sick and tired of getting screwed, getting the brown end of the stick, because money market managers or money managers or fund managers, they say, okay, great, give us all your money. Michael, how are you? They all say, give us your money, we will invest it for you. We will give you a 4% draw on your money. Well, just to let you know, a 4% draw on all my money, they wouldn't do jack shit for me. Think about it. 1% a week is 50% per year. Now, I'm living comfortably on 50% return. Okay? 50%. You think I could live off of 4% return? Hell no. I would have to go back to work. And I have no... Wait a minute. Have you heard of Wolfspeed? Never heard of it. Okay? I have no desire whatsoever to go back to work. Boy, I've hit the wrong button too. Yeah, we all do that. Do you use AI Trader? Nope, I don't. Have you not seen enough Terminator movies to realize AI is not your friend? Seriously, think about it. When you said Traders Report, you meant Traders Journal. No, not what I meant at all. What I meant, listen closely. I don't understand a word you said, but I have your vid a thumbs up. Thank you very much. Listen closely to what I'm saying. If this is not to you anyway, This is to someone else who already asked about trading futures. If you're going to trade futures, you need to get familiar with what is called, are you ready for this? Commitment of Traders Report. I did not stutter, I did not slur. Commitment of Traders Report. What's your thoughts on WU? I never heard of them. So here's a funny thing. When I say I've never heard of Western Union, okay, now see, apparently, who asked about Western Union? Okay, Mike. Apparently, Mike, you weren't listening when I said, okay, 20 years of profit growth and weekly options. This is a monthly option, which means it only has options once a month, which means I can only get 12 checks a year. And I already told you, I cannot live off of anything less than 1% per week, which is 50% per year. I have not yet to see a monthly option that consistently gives 4 to 5%. I haven't seen it. It's a no. Terribly sorry. Will XRP reach 300? I don't do cryptocurrency. So let me say this again because some of you are not listening. I don't do crypto. I don't do Forex. I don't do futures. I don't do, what is that? That new fad, fast trades, whatever you call that thing. I don't do any of that. The only thing I do, safe, secure, predictable, consistent, 1% per week using dividend stocks and stock options. That's it. Do I know all about that other stuff? Yes, I do. Do I want to trade that other stuff? No, I do not. I have no desire to sit in front of my computer all day long. No, I don't. Sorry, this is what I do. This is all I do. It takes me 15 minutes a day to run my own personal account. 15 minutes a day for 1 week is less than an hour a week. So for 1 hour a week, I get paid a very disgustingly wonderful amount of money. When you are at your retirement age and you've got 30, 40 years of money saved up, well, that is a big fat chunk. Now, I've been doing this live since January, which means I've interacted with people since January. A lot of them have a lot of money, between 20,000 to 4 or 5 million. Well, 1% a week is very nice. Okay, W user no. ACHC. John Jacob, how are you today? Now, when I say sometimes I've never heard of something, usually, let's see if you can understand this. Now, I've been doing this for 20 years, this particular strategy for 15. So I'm very familiar with all companies that have 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options. ACHC more than likely is going to be a no. Imagine that. It's a no. ASTS, I don't even have to look. We looked at it last night. It's a no. OXSQ, that's a no. XRP, that's a no. Did I miss WBA? No, we haven't gotten to WBA yet. Remember, I told you the first stocks we're going to look at: WBA, CVS, SCHD, and then Devon Energy. Okay, so let me go through these questions first before we jump in and do that. I know Jell over here is going to have some questions for me. Should I buy high and sell low? What's it? Mr. Clean Squared? Yes, you should. You should buy high and sell low. We all need to have free money that someone is stupidly throwing away. Okay, I never buy high and sell low. I buy low, I sell high. It only makes sense. What do I think about Chevron? Graham, I love Chevron. Let me write that down. We'll take a look at that also. CVX. Chevron. Okay, thanks. I just Googled that. It's something new. Got to hop and explore that now. Thanks again, Zub. Zub, Commitment of Traders Report is not new. Commitment of Traders Report has been around for decades. All right, let's continue. ASCS going to climb. Really don't know. Really don't care. It's not in my. I laugh when people say they trade futures. There's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. You can make a lot of money trading futures. I made a lot of money trading futures, but I was trading my time for money. Okay, and it was never predictable. It was inconsistent. James, I don't see your chart and your options change clearly on YouTube. It's not zoomed in like before. Well, let's take a gander at it. Display capture, let's cancel it. And let's try another display capture. There we go. Display capture, okay, there it is. Okay, that should be better. Video capture back up. Display capture back down. Okay, so give me a couple of seconds, let it reboot and see what it looks like. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, where were we? Ooh, look at this. Fighting Demons, 3M. All right. Knowledgeable Investor, back again, dude. I must be saying something right. You've been here like 4 or 5 times already. James, I don't see your chart. Okay. Hold on a second. Well, you've already said that. Fighting Demons, we'll take a look at 3M in a little bit. Bama Redneck, woohoo! Let me go back. What did I miss? 3M, okay. Hold on. I go through these questions. I don't want people to think I'm ignoring them, but it does take me a while to get through all the different questions. Draft. I want to save that as a draft. Cool beans. And then I want to do another video. Okay, so I'm actually shooting videos while we're doing this. All right. Thanks, Redneck. Anthony, knowledgeable investor. Why is that? I have no idea what he's talking about. Friend with fire, Coney. Well, see, I can tell you right now, no for Coney, but apparently you think Coney's a good thing. Coney, if you like it, more power to you. I don't like it. It's a monthly. It doesn't pay the same. Okay, I look for 1% a week. That comes to 50% a year. I can almost guarantee Coney is not going to give you 50% per year. NTR, probably the same thing. NTR. Well, look at that. NTR does have weeklies. However, that's only half the battle. Remember what I told you? Weekly options and 20 years of increased profits. I go directly to the dividends because a dividend is a portion of the profits given back to the investors. So if I go directly to the dividends, well, that tells me if the company's profitable. So let's go to Yahoo Finance, and we will put in, what was it, NTR? NTR. Okay, and it's going to pop up with all the dividends. Are you ready? Here we go. How far back does it go? 2018, that's 6 years. That's say with me, everyone, hell no. Okay, now when I say 20 years of increased dividends, why are you giving me something that only has 6? You can do whatever you want with your money, but with mine, I like 20 years. Okay, Cesar, what are the probabilities of stocks to continue the rally for the next couple of months or so? That's an excellent question. But what you're missing, here's the thing what you're missing. I honestly don't care if they do the rally or not. Because what do stocks do? Look, up, down, 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 blah, 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 blah. So, you're worried about a pullback. Well, one's coming. Okay, a stock market crash, if that's what you want to call it. But what you're missing, you're not paying attention, is there's a stock market crash every decade. Every decade there's a stock market crash, a pullback, a retracement, whatever bullshit word they want to throw on. Quantitative easing. What the hell is that crap? Why don't they just say we're going to throw more inflation at you? Because that's exactly what it is. They just want to put a cute little name to it, quantitative easing, quantitative tightening. That's bullshit. It's inflation. We all know it. They all know it. But there are some people out there who will think, ooh, that sounds lovely. No, it's inflation. They're throwing more money into the market and they're making everything more expensive. That's freaking inflation. Call it whatever you want. So, here's the thing. When I say 20 years of increased dividends or 20 years of profits, that's exactly what I mean. There's 9,664 companies. Why would I want to look at NTR if it doesn't fit the parameters in which I'm looking for? You want to put your money into a company that's only consistently profitable for 6 years? Be my guest. Me, 20. 20 years says, hey, this company has been around. Most companies don't last 3 to 5 years. Okay, 1 out of 100 will last 10 years. Okay, 1 out of 100 will last 10 years. This company you're talking NTR, 6 years. Yeah, no thank you. Specifically tech stocks and chip stock. Sorry, don't do that either. All my stock, I'm going to get to this in a second. Let me go through a few more of these questions. What are the probabilities of stock gain? Yeah. Okay, so let me tell you, Cesar, how I separate my stocks. Ready? Remember I said 9,600 stocks. Now I separate them by, you ready for this? You're going to love it. You're going to love it. The calendar. That's it. I take every one of the stocks that I like and I throw it into the calendar by when they pay their dividends. So let's take a quick look. American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, JP Morgan, NTAP, and Cisco. 5 different companies. Now, I have no idea exactly what industry each one of them in, but I do know American Express, credit cards. Bristol Myers Squibb, they're into manufacturing consumer goods. JP Morgan, money, finance, mine and finance. NTAP, I have no idea. Cisco, again, no idea. But that's 5 different industries. Is it separated by what they do? No. It is separated by when they pay their dividends. Now, why dividends? Well, because the dividend is the profit that they share with the investors. So why do I use it? Well, here's the thing. You see where they all are? Now, if I want to buy Lowe's right here, let's take a look at Lowe's for a second. All right, here's Lowe's right here. Now, the breeze. I would like to hear more about the better understanding how you sell, buy, call options. I didn't feel significant. Chill. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Yeah, I will. I'm going to get to that in a little bit. I'm going to be here for 2.5 hours. Sit tight. I usually go through everything 2 or 3 times through the night. Okay? Okay, so why do I use dividends? What? No answer? Okay. Now, on the 23rd of October, which is in a couple of weeks, Lowe's is going to pay its dividend. Okay, $1.15. If I want to get that dividend, I got to buy it before this date. So, I got to buy it the 22nd, the 21st, the 2nd, the 1st, the 30th, the 17th, the 10th, the 8th, the 9th, any day before the EX date in order to be qualified to capture that dividend. You can't get a dividend unless you own the stocks. Buying options does not qualify for a dividend. So, if I want this dividend, I got to buy it any one of these days. Here's what I've learned over the years of trading. Here's the dividend date. This stock has a tendency to go up in value just before the EX date. So, if I buy it 2 weeks before the EX date, it means this week here. And I always buy on a Monday because I do covered calls. So, if I buy the stock on a Monday 2 weeks prior, that gives it 3 weeks for it to move up before the dividend is paid. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a 1% move. So if I buy it here on a Monday, now just for the fun of it, let's go and see what the current price for Lowe's is. LOW. So pretend with me, if you will, indulge me just a smidge, if I'm buying Lowe's at $267.70, the closest strike price to that on Monday would be $267.50. And it is currently going for $264 to $282. So I'm barely getting my 1%. So here's the thing. Let's go back to here. So at $267, so if I buy it on a Monday at $267.50, if on Friday, okay, it is higher than $267.50, let's say $267.51, $267.52, whatever, as long as it's higher than that strike price that I sold, well, they will buy me out and I'll be back into cash on Monday looking for another stock. Well, let's say hypothetically it's lower than $267.50. Let's say it's $267.48. That's lower. So the option will expire worthless. I will still own the stocks on Monday, and then Monday I will sell another covered call. So I'll get a 1% here, another 1% here. If I hit my target, great. If I don't, I'll take it into the next week, get another 1%, get the dividend, and maybe it'll be above then. If not, I'll do it again. I'll do it again, I'll do it again, I'll do it again until it hits my target. Now, the longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. Now, I've been trading for 20 years. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months. That's it. and I didn't do it because I wanted to. It was Kimberly Clark. I bought it. She dropped. It took a while for it to get back up again before I sold it for a profit. But here's the thing. In those 9 months, I collected 3 dividends in over 36, 38 different premiums. So anywhere between 0.25% and a 2% for 36 times. It was lovely. I didn't sell at a loss. Remember rule number 2? Never sell at a loss. So let's continue. So where were we? That's why I do dividends, and that's why I do it 2 weeks before the dividend date. All right, stock slices. Jay, that's called fractional shares. Yeah, you have a lot of websites that will allow you to do fractional shares. Thinkorswim will not allow you to do fractional shares. That's why I have an account with, I have a bunch of accounts with Thinkorswim, and I have 2 accounts with Robinhood. Because Robinhood, I could take $2.53 and buy $2.53 of IBM or Microsoft. It's a very small piece, but it's still fractional shares or stock slices, same thing. All right, knowledgeable investor. I would stay away from yield max funds. Yep, I would too. Is this what you're talking about? Jay, not necessarily so, but okay. Under 10, though. I have no idea, friend with fire, what you're talking about under 10. Now, you got to remember, keep one thing in mind when you have questions. All right. Let me go back to, oh boy, I'm missing all these questions. Stock slices, here we go. All right, so I need you guys to keep into consideration this one thing. You ready? I've got 6 cameras going. That camera's over there is off for the moment. I would usually have 7. 6 cameras. So I have questions coming in from here, 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 and here. Okay? So I tried to get to all the questions. I don't want anyone to think that I'm not listening to them. So it takes me a while to get to them. All right? So when you say something, you're carrying on a conversation with me. But I'm carrying on like 15 to 20 different conversations. So friend with fire, when you say under 10 though, I have no idea what that means. And Jay, is that what you're talking about? No idea what you're talking about. Okay, Michael, what advice would you give someone who's first starting out? Learn as much as you can. Write stuff down. Open up a paper trading account. Get started. The sooner you get started, the more compound interest growth you're going to get. Okay, NTR, penny stacks, we already looked at that. I have Chevron. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit, Chris. Okay, I already have Chevron written down. Eric Mojica. So every week you buy 100 shares of a company and repeat weekly. Sell a covered call. What am I missing? What you're missing is 98% of all my money is invested at all times. Hold that thought for 1 second while we jump on over to here. Go to right here in this. Martin, my dad walked away from IBM in 1969, sold his stocks and never invested again until 26 years later, age 49. He's 80 and spending like he's the richest man around. More power to him. Good for him. All right. This is my website, The 10-Minute Trader. This section right here, all my social media. You got YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Look at this. Books by James. Yeah, James has written 14 books. Believe it or not, book number 14, which is probably the best one, I finished it back in February, and I still haven't uploaded it yet. Imagine that. Okay, so what I'm saying here are the 3 accounts I share with you. Account number 1, account number 2, account number 3. Okay, account number 1 started off with $117,000 at the beginning of the year, dropped in another 21. Right now the current balance is right $142. Now, I've already taken out over $30,000 so far. Okay? Now, I do withdraw every week $1,200 in order to live comfortably, blah, blah, blah. Okay, account number 2. 100,000 cash, 100,000 margin. Now, a margin account is something I tell you do not invest in until you understand it. Get really good at the trading strategy first before you put real money in, and then practice with that before you do a margin account. Because a margin account is borrowed money. 100,000 cash, 100,000 borrow, which means I got to pay interest on this. So if it goes against me, I lose twice as fast. Don't do a margin account until you understand the risk-reward ratio that goes with it. Okay? Now, this one is up to 167 already. It started out with 100 grand, which means it's over 69% so far this year. This one here starts out with just 100,000 cash. It's up to 131. That's 30% in 3 months. That's like 10% a month. Okay, I can deal with that. Now, slide down a little bit lower. Here's all my trades. Well, I would say every single one, but I haven't uploaded last week's or this week's yet. But go all the way back to week number 2. Here it is right here. CVS, General Motors, Southwest Airlines, Comcast, Ford. Okay? Time stamped, what kind of a trade it was, how many it was bought, what the price was, the strike prices, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. It just so happens that this particular week, I made 2.99%. That's more than 1%. Now, do I do 1% every week? Nope. I average 1% every week. Let me read a few of these numbers to you. Account number 1, 2.1, 1.3, 0.85, 0.9, 1.3, 1.06, 1.9, 2.03, 2.32, 4.6, 3.9, blah, blah, blah. All the numbers are there. Check them yourself. Now, when you have time. So, back to here. Now, Lowe's, penny stocks. Penny what? Penny stacks, Lowe's. All right, we'll put Lowe's down. Now, go through a couple more questions, then I'm going to jump up. CTAS. Ooh, someone likes CTAS. CAH. I've been learning ALB. Oh, I missed all these questions. Holy cow. Holy cow. NTR. Or advice. Okay, great. All right. Eric, every week. All right, so Eric. Every week I buy shares. I buy anywhere between 100 and 50,000 shares, depending on the price. However, if I have a $100,000 account, I like 5 trades. 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, until I get to 100,000. 98% of all my money is invested at all times. Reason being is I've been doing it long enough. I know what I'm doing. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. I make all my money on Mondays. I buy the stocks. I sell the options. So if I'm buying $100,000 worth of stocks on a Monday, and I'm selling options on a Monday, well, I got $1,000 cash, 1%. Remember, 100,000, 1% of 100,000 is 1,000. But at the moment, my count at 1,000, it's 147. So I make about 1,500 a week. 1,500, I get that on Monday. Oh, didn't know the charts showed better on YouTube. Yes, they do. This chart right here, this screen here, is live on YouTube. Just the screen. Well, I think I might be up the top corner, but just the screen is live. So it's 2 channels on YouTube. One channel is me standing in front of the screen, and the other one is just the screen. Okay, just the screen. You can actually sit in your easy chair in your living room, watch it on the big screen TV. It makes it so much easier to see these tiny numbers. Okay, here we go. What advice would you give someone who's first starting out? Practice, practice, practice. Learn, learn, learn. Paper trade until you get good at it, and then put real money into it. Okay, Roger, ExxonMobil. XOM. Friend with Fire, Iffy. I've never heard of Iffy before. Or is it LFFY? I have no idea. But if I've never heard of it, it's probably going to be a no. Well, let's try it. LFFY. Yep, nothing. IFFY. Really? Indoor PT Indo Food. What the heck is that? Yeah, I can't find that symbol. No. Caesar, thoughts on tech and chip stock for the next few weeks to months. Okay, Caesar, you weren't listening very well, were you? I don't break my stocks down by industries. I break them down by when they pay their dividend. That is it. Okay, I honestly, I don't know how to explain this to you any more than I've already tried. Okay, so if you take a look at my stock list, which I have a bunch of them, you will see DE, John Deere. Okay, they make tractors. FITB, Fifth Third Bank. Well, that's a bank. Mendelez, I honestly don't know what Mendelez does. And US Bank, US Bank Corp. Okay, all different, but they're all on the same day. Can you share what you do the next week when you can't get 1% for the contract share price? Hold. Confirmation. That's a great question. Let me give you a quick little metaphor. That's the word I'm looking for. Metaphor. I'm going to give you a quick little metaphor. You ready? Let's say, hypothetically, I go out and I buy a cow, and that cow gives me a gallon of milk every week. Cool, awesome. What happens one day when I wake up and the cow only gives me 3/4 of a gallon, or a half a gallon, or even a quart or a pint? Do I get rid of it? No, I just wait until it does before I can resell it. Okay, I change, and it's always a numbers thing. What did I buy it at? What's the current price? What's the closest strike price on the covered call going against it? What rate of return is that giving me? If it's less than 1%, can I live with it? Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. How about BMY? Bristol Myers Squibb, really? BMY. What advice? Already did that one. All right. Knowledgeable investor. Normally, on YouTube, I see the chart on the left, option chain on the right, without seeing your face. Yeah, well, what I did, I added my face on there because in 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, when my grandchildren start watching these videos, which I'm actually making a docu-series, which is going to expand for the next 20, 30 years, because right now my grandson's only 4. I'm hoping he'll take over. But, yeah, I have my face up there. That way people know who it is they're talking to. What advice would you give somebody first starting out? I already said that. Paper trade, ask questions. Knowledgeable investor. On YouTube, it's showing like what is on TikTok, not the usual chart on the left and option chain on the right. Okay, knowledgeable investor. There are 2 YouTube channels. Okay, so let's quickly show you. Okay, go up here, the YouTube, here we go. Okay, 2 channels. One with just the screen, see it? And one, me standing in front of the screen. Okay, so I got 4 people watching this one, 10 people watching that one. Okay, change which one you're watching. Don't watch that one, it's me standing in front of the screen. Okay, this one is just the screen. Alright, so let's go back to the way we were. Here we go. Alright, so more questions. Penny stacks, Able model, huh? ALB, ALB. We'll take a look at it. Hold on a second. I've been learning, knowledgeable investor. Instead of live streaming your computer screen, you are live trading like TikTok on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen that one. What advice would you give someone first? I already did that one. CAH, Cardinal Health. CAH, Cardinal Health. 86, you're here early tonight, dude. Woohoo! Yeah. All right, anyway. CTAS, penny stock. CTAS. CTAS. Now, I'm just writing these down, waiting to get to the bottom of the list before I start looking at them. Now, on top of the list, we have Walgreens, CVS, SCHD, so on and so forth. Let's keep going. Can I build a portfolio solely around weekly dividends? Cassie, how are you, Cassie? For those you don't know, when I tell people, if you oh, wait a minute, I got to touch on this really quick. There are, at this moment in time, last I checked, 27 imposters pretending to be me. So, be leery who you talk to, who you send money to, or who you interact with. When I say, listen closely, if you really want to talk to me, drop your phone number in my DM. I will give you a call. Miss Cassie here actually did that. I actually called her and we had a nice conversation. Okay, so Cassie, yeah, that's a great way of doing it. That's why I tell everyone, Find a portfolio solely around those companies that you like. Okay, see mine? John Deere, Fifth Third Bank, Mendelez, U.S. Bancorp, Cardinal Health, Comcast, Cisco, American Express, Bristol Myers Squibb, J.P. Morgan, so on and so forth. I have about 300 companies in my portfolio that I consistently roll over. I buy it, I get my 1%, sell it, see you get in 90 days. Why 90 days? Because each stock I look at pays a dividend every 90 days. Alright, Lowe's. ESS looks like a good one. Penny stacks, ESS. What the heck is ESS? Now, if I have to say what is something, well, usually it's going to be a no. Usually. Okay, and this one, imagine that. Monthly optional stock. You can all say it together. 1, 2, 3. That's a no. When I say 20 years of increased dividends and weekly options, that doesn't mean one or the other. No. That means both. 20 years of increased profits and weekly options. Monthlies don't work for me. Okay, you can invest in one if you want, but I've never seen a monthly option pay 5% or more. Because remember, when you buy a monthly option, look, I got to hold it for 21 days. This one I got to hold for 49 days. Yeah, no thank you. I like to buy it on Monday, be out on Friday. My bills don't come due every 30 days. No, I get bills every week. You know, electric bill, phone bill, cable bill, water bill, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So I need weekly cash flow. So James will sell another company called, hold on, Felix. GIS is monthly now, used to be a weekly option. When they had to change, I really don't know. So if that is true, GIS, which is, wait a second, General Mills, GIS, General Mills. It's now a monthly. So now I got to take General Mills off my list. Because it used to be a weekly, now it's a monthly. Okay, knowledgeable investor. James will sell another covered call until the shares get called away. That's absolutely right. 86. Dividends are typically paid by most companies quarterly. Correct again. I usually just buy till I break even and sell right away. All right, friend with fire, you know, it's different for everyone. I have Q calls expire 10/4. Is it going up or down? I'm going to say yes, because that's the only thing they do. They go up, they go down, and then guess what they do after that? Well, let me think. They go up, then they go down. If you think a stock is going to come up to your house, wash your car, fold your laundry, make your bed, put little candies on your pillows, no. Stocks go up, stocks go down. That is it. They don't go sideways, okay? They don't take a break. They go up, they go down. That is it. If you think they're going to do anything other than that, you're sadly going to be disappointed. Okay, Chevron. Graham Cole, we got Chevron written down. I'm going to get to that. How much do I need to day trade? You need $25,000 to day trade. Investors, that's correct, blah, blah, blah. Darbin Lee, dude, how you doing? How often you waiting for 9 months max to sell happened to you over these years? No, that was it. The longest I ever held anything was 9 months. Then after that, it was 6 months. At this moment in time, I have Wynn Resorts, WYNN. Now I'm going on month number 4. Month number 4 means I'm getting ready to collect my second dividend. Because remember, I buy 2 weeks before the dividend. So I bought it, got 3 premiums and the dividend, and then I've gotten 13 more premiums. Now we're coming up to the dividend again. Do you ever sell puts? Chris, yes, but I don't talk about it here. I said earlier I only trade one strategy only here. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, blah, blah, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Thoughts on REITs? Peyton, how are you today? Sometimes I will do a REIT. All depends on what the numbers look like. Is Robinhood a decent platform for options? Richard, yes and no. Now, I do have Robinhood, which, by the way, I was excited because I do all my option trading on Robinhood on Friday, not on a Monday. Imagine that. Why do you think that is? Robinhood doesn't allow options to expire. even if it drops down to 1 penny. They'll never go to zero. But Robinhood requires you to buy them back at a penny. Even if it's totally worthless, you still have to buy them back at a penny. So, and you got to do it before 3:30. Because if you do not clear out all your option trades by 3:30 on Robinhood, they will do it for you. Okay? You see how my voice changed on that one? They will do it for you. And they will not give you the favorable amount that you would like to get. So all my trades on Robinhood are done on a Friday, mainly between noon and 3, because I buy back the options on Friday afternoon for the week. Remember, I sell them for Monday, and I sell next week's. So I buy it on a Friday, and I sell next Friday's, and then I do the same thing on Friday. So what was I excited about today? Well, this week I made 4.3% in my Robinhood account. Well, 4.3% is 200% a year. Can you imagine? 200% a year. So 1% per week is 50% per year. 2% per week is 100% per year. Okay, 4% per week is 200% per year. So my money will double every 6 months with that strategy that I'm using on my Robinhood account. Okay, that's one account I don't share with you guys. Hey, Mahesh, how are you doing today? Okay, so let's keep on going. No, he does not need to sell puts with this strategy. He does buy, right? Yep. He does not need to sell, blah, 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 kind of Webull. Now, I've never looked at Webull. I looked at it briefly, but I didn't really jump into it really quick. And when I first decided to go to the mobile trading apps, the very first one I saw was Robinhood, because they were giving these really cool benefits, bribes. Let's call them bribes. If I put this much money in, they'd give me this much free stock. So yeah, so I put some in, and I was planning on going to Webull because they would get free stocks too. But Robinhood was so easy to use. All right, let's keep on going with these questions. Mike Keynes, you need 25,000 technically, but you can get around that. No, you cannot. Okay, you cannot day trade with less than 25,000. You can only do 4 trades a week if you have under 25,000. 4 day trades a week under $25,000. Okay, and if you don't, well, they ban you for 90 days. Approximately how many stocks meet your parameters for 20 years increased dividends? Okay. Over 300. All right, Michael Keynes, bro, I started with 1,200, stem check, blah, 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 no experience, made 40K. Cool beans. Coles, SCHD. We're going to get to SCHD, hold on. User 86 wants to look at Coles. KSS, Coles, we'll get to it. Pfizer, Twisted Philly, how are you today? PFE, Pfizer, woohoo! Okay, that's awesome. Tyrese, okay, I'm missing some questions. Hey, Jay, I got it, James. Go to YouTube Live and pick my broadcast. Now I see the charts and the option change. Cool beans, dude. So neat. Okay, what 86 creator, blah blah blah. You think so fast, bro? Thank you. Gotcha. They took my Siri from me. Oh no! They took your Siri. I hope you made a profit on it at least. Hollywood, what's happening? Everyone say hi to LA Soundwave. I just call him Hollywood. Hollywood. All right. How do you know to hold all week? Hot mess. All right, let's go quickly to... Damn, I need a good one. Oh, Disney, why not? Here we go. Disney, 9601. How do I know to hold all week? Well, first of all, let me quickly say I wouldn't buy Disney because it's at the high. I'm just using it as an example. Hot mess, you ready for this? If currently 9601, so 9602 is what I can buy it for. So if I buy it at 96, I sell the 96s, get 127. Just to let you know, okay, $96 strike price is extremely close to 9602. Right? So at 9602, I'm selling for 96. I'm going to lose 2 cents. Take the 2 cents off of this, so I walk away with $1.25. Now $1.25 on a $96 stock, well, that's over 1%. Okay, so here's the thing. If I buy it at this, at 96.02, and I sell the 96s, so whoever buys the 96 from me, remember, it's just an option. It means they can if they want to, but they don't have to. It's the opportunity, not the commitment. Okay, not the obligation. So they can buy it if they want, but not obligated to. And it's going to expire in 7 days, which is the 4th of October. So how do I know to hold it all week? Well, here's the thing. If I buy it first thing Monday morning, I sell this first thing Monday morning, and I collect this 127. This 127 goes into my account instantly. Now I have a debit card and a credit card attached to my account. So if I buy this on Monday, I sell this on Monday, this goes directly to my account and I can spend that. I only spend the interest. I've never spent my principal. My principal does nothing but grow every week. It grows very slowly because I do pull the money out in order to spend to live comfortably. When you're retired, you may be in the same situation. You got 2 choices when you retire. Do the money yourself or give it to someone else to do it for you. Okay. So that being said, how do I know to hold it all week? Well, if I buy it here, sell this here, whoever buys it has the option to buy it from me anytime between when they buy it and before it expires. It's going to expire at 4 o'clock on the 4th of October, which is next Friday. So they have 5 days to do whatever they want. I already made my 1%, so I really, listen closely, really honestly don't care what happens to the stock, as long as she stays the same or goes up. If she comes down a little bit, okay. But remember rule number 1, never buy something you don't understand and you don't want to hold on to long term. Always buy as if you're going to hold on to it forever. So Disney, if I buy it and hold on to it forever, it will always, 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 always be my purchase price, 96.02. What is going to change? Well, this is what's going to change. The daily value. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. It's going to go up, it's going to go down. Every single day, every single week. So if I buy it at 96.02, sell somebody who writes at 96, and it goes up to 98, 99, 200, they're going to buy it from me. I honestly really don't care. This is what I care about. Consistency in the profits, weekly options, and am I getting my 1%? Well, 127 is over 1% on a $96 stock. That's what I'm looking for. Week after week after week. Now, you guys are new here. I've been doing this for 15 years. As a matter of fact, just for the fun of it, let's go to YouTube. We'll take a look at the videos. We'll take a look at the oldest ones. Okay? And take a look at this one right here.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is James coming to you from the 10-Minute Trader, making money makes life easier. Today we will
March 23rd, 2013.
take a there, and she's shooting back.
I haven't traded this thing in decades. Look, the 1-year chart, 90-day chart, 30-day chart. Does that sound familiar? It's the exact same thing I'm saying now. But look at the date, March 23rd, 2013. I haven't traded this stock in decades. But I have videos going all the way back to 2012, 2013, 2014, doing the exact same thing. The only reason you guys are here now is because someone was stupid enough to put me in front of a camera and say, have at it. Well, here I am. Anyway, that being said, I find it very important to share what I know because nobody knows how much time they have left, and all the information and knowledge I've collected over the years, I do not want to see that go to waste. So, yes, I'm doing it for you people, but I'm also doing it for my children, my grandchildren, and my great-grandchildren. Because I'm working on a new empire, which is a new company, and eventually I will have my own stocks. Now, I do know my own stocks are going to guarantee a 20% return annual. Only because the insurance companies won't insure it for more than, I don't think they'll insure it for 20. They might insure it for 15, but I'm going to shoot for 20% per year. So my company is going to pay out a dividend of 20% per year when I get there. Okay? I'm in no hurry. My grandson is 4. I got, what, 14 years before he's old enough to take over, I'm in no hurry. So I am creating a legacy, so to speak. So for the last 15, 20 years, they can watch what Grandpa, Papa G, did over the last 15, 20 years to get to the position where they are today, which somewhere in the next 20 years. But anyway, needless to say, pick a good stock. Never sell at a loss. Make sure the company's profitable. Weekly options are a must, and then make sure the numbers work. Let's go for some more questions. Hey, Hollywood wants to know who made 1% on Gap this week. I didn't play Gap this week. Can you buy too many options at one time and affect the cost of the options? Denny, no. I don't want to insult you, but I'm going to just blurt it right out. You have to use the right terminology. One of the biggest mistakes most beginner traders make is hitting the wrong button or saying the wrong word. I do not buy options. I sell options. And the reason is 80% of all stock options expire worthless. So why would I want to buy and be part of that 20%? Nope. I want to be part of the 80% who sells an option that expires worthless. Because if I sell an option at $1.27, now it's not just $1.27, it's $1.27 per share. So if I do 1,000 shares, weekly, not monthly, you got it. If I buy 1,000 shares, well, that's $1,270. That's a big chunk. You have to get the terminology correct. Okay, make sure you hit the right button. Make sure you get the terminology correct. Okay. Okay, let's keep on going. And no, you cannot affect the cost of the option, because if you see, look right here. See these numbers right here? Now, you have an opportunity to set up your trading platform however you want. Right at the moment, I have mine set up for volume and open interest. Volume and open interest tells me how many other contracts are out there. Well, right at this moment, for Disney, the 96 call option, well, there's 1,943 that traded today. Overall, there's 2,200. The Breeze, where can I find the full strategy explained in detail? On the website, The 10-Minute Trader. Now, you're new here, so hold the thought. Here we go, blah, 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 and right there. Okay, here's the landing page for The 10-Minute Trader. Looks something like this. Now, this is going to sound familiar to a lot of you guys. You ready? Simple, safe, predictable, 1% per week. Live nightly training, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, that's what we're doing right now. Scroll down a little bit. Ooh, by the way, before I forget, whoever wants to join the morning trading group, it's $100 a month. This is where you sign up right there. See where it says live trading? Yeah, just click on that. All right, so come down a little bit further. What does it say here about us? If you're looking to strike it rich overnight, this ain't it. My main focus is simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. The video basically gives you a rundown of what it is.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividends.
That's a video that tells you everything. However, if you want to read, come down a little bit lower and look what you got here. Investing your money shouldn't be difficult. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. This trading strategy, the one I'm giving you here for free, was created for a 9-year-old. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. 5 rules: never buy something you don't understand. Doesn't make sense. Never sell at a loss. Defeats the purpose. Make sure the company's consistently profitable. Where else would you put your money? Weekly options are a must. Make sure the numbers work. It's really not that difficult. Stop making it more complicated. So, right here, hypothetically speaking, you click on this and they'll get you a PDF, a 3-page PDF, explains the whole thing. Good quality stocks, 10 days before the EX date, blah, 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 all that kind of nice and fun stuff. And then right here, live trading, join our morning group. Underneath that, there's our current trades for 2024, and you can see all the trades by clicking on this view all. All right, that being said, hopefully that answers your question. Let's go back to where we were. And where are we? Can you buy too many options? No, you cannot. Denny, no. And the strategy here is buy options. Thanks. You're welcome, Dan Breeze. The Browns. Dudes, I haven't seen you in weeks. You were here a whole bunch, then you disappeared. How much does your program cost if we want to learn the other side of what you do? It's $100 a month. Okay, I don't really, well, $100 a month, you can join the group. $500 a month, you get one-on-one. That's it. We both said, cool. Uh-oh, come back down. Where were we? Oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh, there we go. All right, Hollywood wants to look at Comcast. Come on. Comcast, CMCSA. All right. Hollywood, we'll see if we can get to it. Okay, can you sell too many covered options to affect the price? I'm assuming somebody like Trump, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they could affect the stock price by buying too many. But for somebody like me, you may think I have a shitload more money than I got. If I dumped all my money into one option and everything, it wouldn't affect the market at all. I don't have as much money as you think I have. What stock is cheap but have high dividend yield? You're asking definitely the wrong questions. By asking questions like that, you're not looking for cash flow. You're looking for capital appreciation. You're definitely in the wrong place. Roger Sam, don't need $25,000 if you use cash account to day trade. Unfortunately, Roger Sam, you do. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Okay, I've been trading for 25 years, and many times, okay, I got like 6 different accounts. An account with less than $25,000, if you make more than 4 trades in a week, okay, they will flag you for day trading. Okay, so if you buy in the morning, sell in the afternoon, that's 1 day trade. If you buy in the morning, sell in the afternoon, that's 2 day trades. Okay, 4 trades, that's all they allow you. Anything over that, you have to have $25,000 in cash. Callie, I know I'm late to the party, but what do you think about Meta? No. That was quick, wasn't it? You asked a question, I said no. The reason I'm saying no to Meta is they just started paying dividends, which means I have no idea if they're going to be consistently profitable. Okay, so I like 20 years of consistent profits. 20 years. Okay, Meta has just started out paying dividends. Same thing with, not Apple, what's that other one? There's another one, just started paying dividends. It's going to be a no. 20 years. Hello, James. I'm Ishmael from Puerto Rico. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? I use Webull. Cool beans. I've never used Webull, so I don't know the rules and regulations of Webull. Dana, maybe if you did 30 mil, look at some volume. It's crazy. Yeah. Jessica, I was making almost $100 extra a week on Siri. Cool beans. Now, Jessica, there are a bunch of different companies out there. You got Siri. No, we did Siri. We did Riot. We did, what was the other one? Riley. And we did MU. That was a good one this week. What do you think about quantum computing? I don't. CL always bounced from this positive trend line worth a shot, in my honest opinion. Honey Badger, how are you? Now, CL, in case you guys didn't know that, that's Colgate-Palmolive. They've been in business for over 100 years. They are a dividend king, which means they have increased their dividends to their shareholders for more than 5 decades. 50 years of increased dividends every single year. Higher, 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 higher. Consistently to the upside. So Donna, quantum computing, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Austin, what's happening? I'm sorry, dude, I'm just seeing it now. I don't know how long you've been here because these questions go so slow. If there are only 1 or 2 dividends being paid in a given week, do you throw in the whole account? Absolutely not. Okay, now I have what is called staple stocks. What do I mean by that? Well, a staple stock, in my humble opinion, if I have nothing left, If nothing is getting ready to pay a dividend and I can't use that strategy, well, I'll dump it into AIG, Bank of America, General Motors, something that consistently pays a decent premium. Okay, last year I bought a lot of Ford because the premiums on Ford were great. This year the premium. Oh, wait a second. Check this out. You ready? The premiums on Macy's were just ridiculous this year. Let's go all the way down. Okay, so you ready? Take a look. Week number 1, Ford, CVS, General Motors, and Macy's. Ford, Lowe's, Clorox, General Motors, Macy's. Okay, Macy's, Ford, Capital One Finance, General Motors, Clorox. Look at Macy's. Week 1, week 2, week 3. Macy's. Week 4. Week 5, Macy's. Week 6, Macy's. Week 7, Macy's. Week 8, Macy's. Week 9, Macy's. Week 10, Macy's. Week 11, I finally sold Macy's. Not that I finally sold it. It's just that it kept on giving me like 2% every single week. So it's like, why the hell not? So there's certain companies that have good premiums, and I consistently buy them every week. I prefer the dividend ones because they keep moving. Hot Mess, I've been trying. Okay, now Hot Mess, I told you this before. I get so many questions going. When you leave me something like I've been trying, I have no idea what you're talking about. I need the whole context. Or, type out half of it, type out the other half, and then type out the rest of it all really quick so I can see the whole conversation. Because right now I can only see this much of the conversation. I have no idea what you're talking about. It makes me feel bad because I want to help you out. I have no idea what you're trying. Okay, Anthony, do you have a business license to use as write-offs for short gains? Hell yeah! I haven't paid taxes in about a decade and a half. It is perfectly legal. Understand this. Now, if you want to do about taxes, you definitely got to talk to a tax strategist or tax planner. Now, if you have companies, LLC, corporations, trusts, unincorporated business, however you want to have your trading account, if you have profits in one company, they can offset losses of another company. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, you're trying to do this and you keep losing money. Well, the money from your trading account, if you have it set up properly and you're making all these profits, yeah, those profits can offset the losses. Or the losses can offset the profits, and then you don't have to pay taxes. Perfectly legal. Do it with a tax strategist or tax planner to set up your account in a manner in which you legally have to pay much taxes as possible. Now, if your trading account is a corporate name, in a corporation's name, you're paying corporate taxes. Okay, if your trading account is in a corporate name under a give me a pension fund of the corporation, well, that's not taxed at all. The rules are there for you to take advantage of. You just got to know where to dig to find those rules in order so that you don't have to pay taxes. But I try not to I try not to talk about taxes because Big Brother who's listening, don't think that he ain't, Big Brother who's listening might want to ask me a few questions. But do it legally. Enron, I'm going to answer this question briefly and quickly. Yes and no. Yes, I can. No, I'm not going to. Hi, buddy. How's your day? My day's great. The reason why, Enron, I'm saying no, number one, I don't know you. Number two, I don't invest other people's money unless I know them personally. Now, I do invest money for other people. I have a couple of requirements. One, I have to know you for at least 6 months, at least. We have to be on the same wavelength, same conversation. You actually have to be a member of my trading group. And then you actually have to fly here, meet me eye to eye, shake my hand, and know exactly what the risk rewards are. That's the only way I do it. I do not take money from people I do not know. Sorry. So, if you guys get any emails, text, blah, 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 asking, saying, hey, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, I got a deal for you. Nope, I don't do that. Okay? Now, like I said earlier, there are 27 people pretending to be me. So you will see my picture and TikTok all over the place. You'll see my videos all over the place. Does not guarantee it's actually me. If you really want to talk to me, right here on TikTok, live at this moment in time, you see my mouth moving, you hear my words coming out of my mouth, DM me here with your phone number. I will call you back. You can ask a bunch of people on the live and say, does he really call back? There's a few of them here that I've actually talked to personally. Vlad, what do you got? What do you do to avoid wash sale when you sell options of stocks like WBA? Now, I'm assuming what you mean by a wash sale, where you buy something and sell something and don't make a profit at all. Well, that's exactly what happens, and it does happen sometimes. Sometimes you will buy something, you'll sell an option against it, it will either go up or go down, or something will go against you, and then you have to do something else to avoid a loss. Avoiding a loss, they call that a wash sale, because you're avoiding losing by buying something to cover it. Okay? So yeah, don't worry about that. Guapo! Mason Puta! ¿Cómo está usted, señorita? Okay, VTI dividends. What the heck is VTI? Vanguard. Oh, hell no. Really? Now, VTI is an ETF. Okay, as you can see, it does have weekly options. It's on an uptrend. But, here comes a big one. But, let's take a look at the dividends and see how wonderful VTI really is. VTI. Now, Vanguard Total Stock Market Index ETF. Do you know what ETF stands for? Electronically Traded Funds. That means you're giving your money to a computer to trade for you. Now, you may think that's wonderful, but let's take a look at the dividends. How far back do they go? Well, look at this. They go quite far back to 2001. Okay, great. Now let's see how profitable they are. Okay, John? Is it Johan? Is that how you say it? Johan? All right. You ready? I'm going to read the numbers to you. You ready? 2001, 14 cents, 16 cents, 20 cents. Oh, it's going up. Cool beans. 2002, 15 cents. They just made a 25% dividend cut. Did you see that? 14, 16, 20, 15. 25% cut. Now from there, it went to 13, to 15, to 20, to 15, to 15, 17, 22, 18, 19, 19, 39, 22, 20. Are you serious? Up, down, up, down, up, down. There's no consistency whatsoever. But you ready? Ready? Here it comes. Ready? But wait, it gets worse. Let me show you how it gets worse. Let's go over to the summary. The summary is going to tell you what the return is for the year so far. 1.32. Joe Martin. So when you hear private equity, you run away. No, I don't tell anybody what to do. Seriously. Don't listen to a damn word I say. Okay? Hear what I'm saying. Do your own research. Don't take my word for anything. I don't give advice. I don't give recommendations. I read facts. A yield is when you invest your money and you get a rate of return. The rate of return for this piece of crap is 1.32%. If you think 1.32% is good, more power to you. They have what's called the rule of 72. Tells you how long is it going to take at that current rate for you to double your money. Rule of 72. How do you diversify if there are only one or two companies, or do you throw your whole account in? Oh, did we already talk about this? Okay, let's go back to where we were. Okay, and Kit. Which website can I use to buy coins? Don't know, don't care. Ain't my game. Okay, let's keep on going. What is one-on-one? Oh, one-on-one is when you actually get my phone number and you and I talk every single week, personally, privately. I take a look at your positions and I give you my opinions on the current positions and help you out with your goal. That's one-on-one. Okay? So you need 25 grand cash to use my strategy. That is not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. 25 grand if you want to be a day trader. That's where the 25 grand came from. My grandson started out with this account. Well, he didn't start. I started it for him with 50 bucks. 50 bucks my grandson started with. I started out with 12,000 many years ago. Plywood, back again, dude. How are you? Jessica King. I'm pretty sure you can, Jessica King, I'm pretty sure you can day trade on cash accounts, but you have to wait for cash to settle. Not at all. Okay? Now, what they consider day trading is buying in the morning, selling in the afternoon. That is a day trade. If you buy it on a Monday, sell it on a Tuesday, that is not a day trade. Okay? So, if you do 2 trades on the same stock on the same day, if you buy it on a Monday and sell it on a Monday, that is a day trade. You can do that 4 times in a week. That's it. Okay, so if you're buying on a Monday, selling on a Tuesday or Wednesday, well, that's not day trading. Okay, and no, you do not need 25 grand to start to do this. Do you have someone you would recommend? I'm assuming you're talking about a tax strategist. No, I do not. Okay, I did mine decades ago. All right, oops. All right, just King. He buys on a Monday and he's out on Friday unless the option doesn't expire. Okay, which website can I use to buy coins? I don't do coins. I don't know. Or how about ITW? ITW? Is ITW a stock or is that something you're suggesting? Illinois Tool Works. Cool beans. Okay? Now, it's a monthly, which means I have to hold the stock longer than I want to hold it. Now, Ahmad Wani. Hey James, I was wondering what you would recommend as a resource for someone to understand options. YouTube. James Brown, how are you today? You want to take a look at AT&T. All right, James, give me a few minutes. I got a bunch of other stocks ahead. I want to get through these questions first before I go to the list, and the list already has about 15 companies on it. Okay, so as soon as you guys are done with questions, we can start looking at stocks. Thanks. Any particular YouTube creator you recommend? I would like short, concentrated videos. Ooh, I like those too. How much is that? I have no idea what you mean. See, Flash Frozen, when I say certain comments, you got to get them really tight together. Because how much is that? I have no idea what you're referring to. Simone! How are you today? Woohoo! Simone is in the house. Simone is... All right. Flash Frozen, 1% a week. Yep. 86 iron. Well, yep. Sunshine. What database app are you using for stocks? AI bot? Nope. Don't use AI bots at all. I don't trust computers as far as I can throw them. I gotta plug the Instagram phone in before it dies. Instagram. Is that right? Alright. Alright, so let's keep on going. My friend, how wash sell works. Swing trading. Okay. Riley, ooh, thought you said before you would not trade. What changed? Okay, so Rocky, did you hear me when I say I do trade other people's accounts for them? Only people that I personally know. Riley was suggested by one of those such people. That's the only reason why I did it. Okay, thank you. Friend wash. Okay, thank you. Blah blah blah. Sunshine works. Say no. If that's you realize a loss, you buy the same security within 30 days, then the loss is washed. Yeah. Just allow it, something like that. Add Alphabet Google to that list, please. You do realize Alphabet and Google, neither one of those has 20 years of increased dividends. So Alphabet, no. Google, no. I don't even like Apple, but I do buy Apple because Apple's on Warren Buffett's list. Okay? Until Alphabet and Google are on Warren Buffett's list, they're no. My Coles finally disposed this week. Cool beans. I've been getting a steady 1 or 2% for the last several weeks. Double cool bean. Buy the stock, sell the covered call right at the cost basis, which will be right at the money. Well, yeah, that's correct. Wait on Friday to see where the current price is. If the price is above your strike price, well, you let it go. Okay? Be back into cash next Friday. Did you ever sell WBA after buying the dip? Nope, I still have it. Now do it all again. Absolutely correct. Now we are done with the questions. Woohoo! Now, once you guys are done with the questions, great. Now we can look at the stock list. We got about 15 stocks to look at. I will look at all 15 if you stop the questions. Fair enough? First on the list is going to be Walgreens. WBA. Now, Walgreens, Miss Andrea did a report on Walgreens. Showed me what I didn't know about Walgreens. Walgreens owns a lots of stuff besides the store, besides the pharmacy, besides the real estate. If the current price stays below your strike price, then you sell another covered call until, yeah, you're absolutely right. What is that you're using to look at stocks? Miguel, this is Thinkorswim. Now, how do you get both screens? Lawrence, Google. Seriously, Google, was it G-O-O-G? Okay, Alphabet, Google. Okay, it does have weekly options. But wait, rinse and repeat, exactly. Google, here we go, right here. G-O-O-G. Wow. Now, isn't that lovely? Look at the dividend. The dividend, 80 cents. Okay, who is the bonehead who wants Google? Lawrence? Seriously? Take a look at this. Dividend forward, 80 cents. The dividend yield, 0.48. That's not even 0.5% for the year. What the hell are you thinking? Seriously. But wait, it gets worse. Let's go take a look at historical data and see how wonderful Google has consistently increased its dividends. So we go to historical prices, dividends only, maximum amount of dividends. Whoops. What? That's it? 2 dividends? That is it? And you think that's a good... Get the hell away from me, dude. Seriously? What the hell? Not me. Miguel Thinkorswim. Yep, James is doing what's called buy right. He doesn't sell puts on the strategy. Thank you very much. It's also called covered calls, buy right, same thing. Not me, funny. Okay, what is your strike price for this week? Okay, let's continue. So it's a big fat hell no on Google. So when I say 20 years of increased dividends, not 2 quarters. That's it. They paid 2 dividends. That's it. All right. Let's go take a look at what we want. It's a good to hear about Walgreens. I have been buying like crazy. Cool beans. Archer Aviation, please. Never heard of them. I can almost guarantee you it's going to be a no. Do you really want to waste our time looking at something that's going to be a no? I never heard of Archer Aviation. Let's buy stuff that we actually know. Walgreens, CVS, ExxonMobil, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's. If you want to see James' screen, go to YouTube Live, click on my broadcast, see the screens. Pfizer, yeah, Twisted Philly, Pfizer's on the list. Clearly, tell me this would buy FedEx. Well, yeah, FedEx is on my list. You got to remember, just because FedEx is on my list doesn't mean I'm buying it Monday. There's a lot more to it than that. FedEx pays a dividend once every 90 days. Okay? And if the stock goes up just before the dividend, well, that's when I want to buy it. Okay? Uber, hell no. You weren't listening. Ken, I purposely buy no dividend funds to get stock appreciation. Well, then what the hell are you doing here, Ken? I told you that earlier. If you're looking for cash, if you're looking for capital appreciation, you're in the wrong place. What are we buying? Well, right now we're going to take a look at Walgreens, WBA. If you guys stop the questions, we can get to it. Now, first and foremost, buy 100 shares, sell the covered call, immediate, right at the money, you get a much higher premium. That is correct. What about Jack? I don't know Jack. Okay? Let's get to it. Woohoo! Let's go. Tesla. Hell no. Tesla doesn't have dividends. Weren't you paying attention? Curve Wave has future. Never heard of it. Really don't give a rat's ass. Lost a lot of money on Kohl's. Okay, Simone, you have been here long enough to know you shouldn't lose money because you shouldn't sell for less than you paid for it. Sorry, did you say anything about FedEx? You kind of cut me off. Well, Justin, yes, I did. I'm just helping the new followers. James, what is your strategy? Yeah, I get it. I need to know. All right, well, let's keep on going. Currently, we're looking at Walgreens. First thing I always want to see. Always, always, always first thing before I look at anything else. Where's the high? Where's the low? Where was it a year ago? Where is it now? And what current direction is it going? Once every 90 days. FedEx. Yeah, I heard that. What are the best apps or websites to start putting stuff in stocks? Oh boy. All right. Thanks, 86. Take care of that for me. I appreciate 86. I told you how much I appreciate you doing that. There's a few other you guys that are moderators I appreciate. Really, I do. All right. First thing. High, low. Where it was, where it is, what direction it's going. First 5 things I want to look at. Now, currently the price is at $9.08. Okay. I know kids in high school that can afford $9.08. Let's take a close look. If I bought it at $9.08, I sold someone the right to buy it for me at $9. Well, I'm losing 8 cents. Okay. Okay. Now, if I'm selling it for $9, well, I'm collecting a premium of 29 cents. But if I'm losing 8 cents right off the top, well, I'm only walking away with 21 cents. Okay? Okay, knowledgeable investor, you actually got to be here a little bit longer. Okay? 86 has been here for a hell of a long time. These new followers need to hear your strategy because it's good, consistent strategy. Yeah, I appreciate it very much. Now, see the one who just posted before you, Winners 86? He's been here, I believe, since February. Okay? Now, you keep coming back, and if you're here long enough, and he's been here since January. Holy shit. Don't you have anything better to do on a Friday night than listen to me? I mean, seriously. I take it as a compliment, though. Thanks. All right. So let's keep going. As I was saying, if I buy at 9.08 and I sell the 9, I'm losing 8 cents right off the top, right? Okay, fine. No, we don't. Jessica? No, we don't. I have no idea what you mean. All right. Anyway. If I buy it at 9.08, I sell the rights at 9 while I'm losing 8 cents. But I'm collecting 29. So if I take the 8 cents I'm losing off the 29 cent profit, I'm walking away with 21. Okay? No, we don't have anything better. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Have anybody doing a Friday night? Oh my goodness. But I respect that. You know why? 86 has been here for a while. He's actually part of the morning trading group. Ask him how much money he's been making consistently since January. Okay? He wouldn't be coming back every day, every night if it wasn't profitable for him. Okay, anyway. So as I'm saying, buy it for 9.08, sell it at 9, walking away with 21. Okay, what exactly does 21 mean? No, nothing better doing Friday night. So let me pull up my calculator. Calculator? All right, I'm going to show you exactly, okay, exactly what rate of return this is going to be. And then we're actually going to do the trade so you can actually see it. Okay, so please stop with the questions. Hollywood! That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to show you exactly what that trade looks like. Okay? I like Walgreens. I've been trading Walgreens since January. Okay? So, 908, sell it for 9, bring in 29, I lose 8, so I'm only walking away with 21 cents per share. 21 cents per share. So, you take 21 cents, you divide it by the purchase price, $9. So, what? Why not 908? Because we already subtracted the 8 cents out of the equation. That's the purchase price, 908. But we're selling for 9. We already took the 8 cents out of the equation. So, what is that rate of return? Well, that is 2.3%. I like 2.3%. Mark, how you doing? You want to take a look at Southwest Airlines, huh? I wrote it down. We'll take a gander at it. All right, so that is what we're looking at. Next, what do I want to do? Once I figure out I'm making more than 1% with the option, I'm buying the stock, selling the option, walking away with 2.3% for the week. I love 2.3%. Hell, I'll even buy more on Monday. I like Walgreens. Here's the thing with Walgreens. Even though it looks like it's going down, here's the reason it's going down. There's 8,700, that's 8,700 stores worldwide with Walgreens. Walgreens has been in business for over 170 years. So why are they dropping? Because of the current administration is freaking weak on crime. If you steal $900 or less, it's no crime at all. You can literally walk into a store, take whatever you want as long as it's under $900 and you get away with it. What happens to companies like Walgreens that keep losing money every week? Well, you have the higher ups, the board members saying, all right, no, we got to stop this. So they're getting rid of 25% of their stores. 25% of their stores. It's going to take 6 months to a year for them to figure out what they're doing. Now, Walgreens happens to own a cosmetic line that's in over 22,000 stores worldwide. Anthony Graham, that's something that's $15,000, but it compounds. Okay. But companies can lobby to change those rules. No, they can't. Okay, right now, the current administration refuses to crack down on crime. So if they refuse to crack down on crime, crime is going to continue to be rampant. That's why Walgreens, Macy's, CVS, and a bunch of other smaller stores are losing a lot of money. It comes down to the current administration. All right, anyway, let's not talk about politics. Let's continue what we're doing. Okay, so after I checked and see that the numbers worked, great, 2.3%, wonderful. Now I want to look at the chart. A year ago, we're at 2082. We topped out the end of the year at 2684. Big drop all the way down to where we are currently. Now, the last 30 days. I love the 30-day chart. It allows me to see where it goes. Thomas, we're on Walgreens right now. The last 30 days shows me where it is at the moment. 30-day high, $10.40. 30-day bottom, Wednesday. 2 days to the upside, Thursday, Friday. That is a golden invitation for me to jump in. When I find a new 30-day bottom, right there, 2 days to the upside, confirms it for me. Then I want to jump in. Okay, Anthony Redneck, thank you, sir. I understand the dollar amount ratio more than the 1%. Yeah, okay, got it. I like a 30-day bottom, 2 days to the upside. That's where I want to jump in. So I'm just letting you know, this is not a recommendation. Not a recommendation, please understand that. I am going to be buying more of Walgreens on Monday because it's at 2.3%. Now, you're going to make most money investing in stocks at the bottom. Buy low, sell high. I am almost 100% certain you have all heard that before. Buy low, sell high. I put in 8.57400 shares. Okay. Why don't you sell it? Okay. It ain't a profit, Mr. Thomas. If you bought it at 857 and it's currently at 906, well, that's a profit. Here's the thing with profits. They're fickle. Nobody ever went broke taking a profit. That's number one. Number two, it ain't a profit until you take it. It looks good on paper. until it disappears. Because what do stocks do? Stocks go down, stocks go up, stocks go down, stocks go up, stocks go down, stocks go up. If you do not sell and take your profit, I'm not telling you to take your profit. I'm just saying it's not a profit until you take it. I don't make suggestions. I don't make recommendations. I suggest you all do your own research. Find out what Walgreens is all about. Now, Andrea, didn't see her here tonight, but Andrea, one of the girls here all the time, she actually did a good report on Walgreens, I think about 2 weeks ago. All right. Now that report enlightened me. Okay, I didn't know they were in business for 170 years. I knew they were in business for over 100 years. I didn't know it was 170. CHRW. No. Okay. Okay. I also didn't know that Walgreens bought a lot of the Rite Aid stores. Okay, remember Rite Aid went out of business? Well, Walgreens bought a lot of them. Okay, they've been in business for over 170 years. They're not really going anywhere. Yeah, they're going to get rid of 25% of the stores. Fine. Cut the bleed, get it out of there, get to the profitable stuff, and just keep moving on. You think Walgreens will keep paying dividends? Well, it is at the moment, Johnny. Do you remember, Johnny, when the Exxon Valdez crashed in the Northwest of the United States? That stock dropped, and dropped. Well, what happened after they cleaned up the mess, said sorry, paid all those fines? Well, now they're doing great. Same thing with British Petroleum. They sprung a leak in the Gulf of Mexico. Their stock dropped. I saw it go down to 54, and I said, oh, hell yeah, this is British Petroleum. They're a $1 trillion company. Of course, this is just a minor blip. And that's exactly what it was. You take a look at the chart for ExxonMobil and British Petroleum. Those are the two I'm coming up at the top of my head. And you will see, when they had the crash, when they had the issues, yeah, huge messes, but they did recover. Walgreens has been in business for 170 years. My strategy, sell low, buy high, isn't working. Yeah, you're not the only one. All right, so let's actually do a trade. All right, now let's get out of here. Now, I already said we looked at the chart and we said we like it at 9. Okay, so let's get rid of this. I'm going to change this right here. You see this right here where it says single, spread single? I'm going to change that to a covered call. Click on that, drop down window, covered stock right there. Here we go, everything changes. Now, like I said, I want to do the 9. The 9 is right here. Okay, see the 9 right there. Okay, now I want to buy it. There we go. Now, it already presets it. See, I'm buying 1,000 shares. I'm selling 10 contracts. It does 2 orders in 1 trade, which means I'm only paying 1 commission. I just saved myself 50% in commissions. All right, first thing I want to do is I want to change that from a limit order to a market order. Now, the reason why I do that is because the stock and the option are already linked together. I'm doing it in 1 trade. So I honestly really don't care what it fills at, but it's already linked. So I'm already getting that money. So let's see what the trade looks like. Hit confirm and send. Here's the trade right here. Are you ready? Buy 10 covered WBA 100. Those are the weeklies. It's very important to read and understand. And I always tell people to read it out loud so you can hear it. Okay, so you can hear it, because sometimes your eyes and your fingers sometimes don't coordinate. I made the mistake many times. Read it out loud. Buy 10 covered WBA weeklies for October 24th. That's next Friday. The $9 call option against the WBA stock. Okay, at the market price to open to open. Now the reason it says to open, it's 2 orders. 1 order, I'm buying stock. 2nd order, I'm selling the option. 2 orders to open. But I'm only paying 1 commission because it's 1 trade. All right, next line. Break even stock price. Well, I'm buying the stock at 9.08. I'm selling it at 9, but here's my break even. 8.76. So if by Friday the stock is over 8.76, it's profit. Well, right now it's at 9.08 and it's in an uptrend. I think that's a safe trade. That's just my opinion. It's not a recommendation. So, the next line is my maximum profit. Do you remember where I said simple, safe, predictable, and consistent? Well, predictable is already telling me what I'm going to make before I even do it. So I already know what I'm making. $235. So what does that mean? Let's get the calculator. Okay, first thing I want to do is get rid of that. Now I'm going to take my profit, $235, and I'm going to divide it by my cash outlay. Now, my cash outlay, cost of trade including commissions, $8,771. Now that's for 1,000 shares. If you don't have that much money, buy 400 shares, buy 200 shares, buy 100 shares. Okay, practice. I'm going to divide it by $8,771. And that's going to give me a rate of return for the week 2.67. That's more than 2.5% for 1 week. Why the hell not? First of all, a couple of questions you need to ask yourself. Question number 1, does it make sense? That's question 1. Question number 2, do I like Walgreens? Question number 3, do I want to hold Walgreens for the rest of my life? I don't. But never buy something unless you want to hold on to it. Do I want to hold on to it? No. I want to buy it, I want to sell it, I want to make a profit. That's what I want. But if I have to hold on to it, I will. Walgreens has weekly options. It means I can do this every single week. Granted, I may not make 2% every single week, but this trade this week is 2.67%. So yeah, I am going to do, not a recommendation, it ain't nothing like that. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. Okay, delete that, change this, go back to that, go over to here. Now, it does look a little clunky and a little complicated at first, but here's the thing. Anything new is going to be complicated. Remember when you learned how to drive a stick shift? You mean I got to hit the gas at the right place, listen to the motor to make sure it's not over revving, and look in my rear view mirror and my side mirrors, keep the hand on 10 and 12, the gas is here, the brake is here, the clutch is here, and you want me to do what? Yeah. Driving car, very complicated at first. Tying your shoes, very complicated at first. Stock trading, very complicated at first. Ivan, watch me buy Walgreens at the open. Stick shifts are stressful. You know what? I remember driving a stick shift. When I was taught how to drive a stick shift, I would sit in the passenger seat, and the driver, we said, first, so first, second, third, and he would tell me what to shift it before he allowed me to shift, before he allowed me to drive. And yeah, now I can drive stick shift. You ever drive a stick shift with on the column? Okay, a 5-speed on the column. Now they used to back in the 60s had 3 shift on street. You know, reverse, first, second, third. Try 5-speed on the column. You know, revert. Where the fuck is it? You know. Okay, I drove a I think it was a 1936 Rolls Royce. Had a 5-speed on the column. All right, so that's Walgreens. Next on the list, CVS. Oops. CVS. Now, just to let you know, I do own some Walgreens, and I do own some CVS. Just to let you know. Can you explain what happens if the stock price goes down in that week? Roger Sam, I think you missed rule number 1. Okay, now I'm going to explain something to you. Take it however you want to take it. Okay? This is a game. It's kind of like Monopoly. Okay? You're going to buy a stock, it's going to drop to the floor. Also, you're going to buy a stock, it's going to shoot up. You're also going to buy a stock, and it's going to do absolutely nothing. It's just part of the game. Rule number 1 is never buy something you do not want to own. Okay? If you're worried about it going down, don't play the game. Stocks go 2 directions and 2 directions only. They go up, they go down. When I say make sure you have the odds and probabilities in your favor, you can only do so much. Now, here's CVS. Take a look at the last 30 days. There's a low here, here's a high here. What direction is it going? It's going up. Where is the guarantee that it's going to go higher? There is none. Where is the guarantee that it's going to go lower? There is none. There are no guarantees in the stock market. You're investing your money into a company that you believe is right for you. Never buy something you do not understand. If you do not understand CVS and what they do and who they are, don't buy it. It's not a perfect world. Got to learn how to accept it moving against you sometimes. That's exactly right. Okay? Thanks, 86. Think of it this way. You're playing a game. You're buying a stock that you believe in. Whether it's Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, Waste Management. Namaste. Namaste to you too. Thank you. Whatever you think is going to happen is going to happen. You're going to buy a stock, it's going to drop. Okay? Now, it happens all the time. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at one of mine that I have. Wynn. Let's hold it up here. W-Y-N-N. Now, here's Wynn. I bought it, I don't know, somewhere around here. But look, there's the high, 110. Here's the bottom, way down here, almost at 70. Okay, I bought it here. It kept dropping, going sideways. And look what happened recently. Yeah, I'm getting my ass burned on this one. But here's the thing. Look, here's Wynn right there. View all my trades. I bought Wynn first at $98 back in May 7th. That's the second week in May. Okay, I bought some more in July, and then I sold this week's option for 77. Okay, currently the stock's at 97. I sold the 77s. That's $20.72 in the money per share. $20 per share that I just lost this week because this is what happened. Who knew it was going to gap up, and keep on going? Who knew that? Nobody knew that. Okay, this is the situation I'm in with this particular stock. Okay, so I sold the 77s, which is way the hell down here, because when it was over here, it was a great deal. But then she went up, I rolled it forward, and then she went up again, and I rolled it forward again. So now my option is on the chopping block, making me very uncomfortable. But I'm going to roll it forward. That's how I lost money on calls. Now, Simone, if you were part of the morning trading group, I would have told you what to do so you didn't lose money. Now, I haven't lost any money on this yet. I say yet because there's that possibility where somebody could exercise that option and I need to sell it to them at 77. I don't want to do that. So what I'm doing is Monday, as I'm pushing it forward to buy me some more time. It's not costing me anything, but I'm losing time value. But it's here. I'm assuming that it's going to be pulling back because you have one gap up, two gap up, three gap ups, and a big day today. Hypothetically, there should be profit taking. Now, profit taking will bring this thing back down here. Hopefully, that way I won't lose so much. Now, do I lose once in a while? Yes, I do. Now, I just showed you one that I'm losing on this week. So I'm not hiding anything. Okay, I bought it for 98. Well, now it's at 97. Great! But no, I sold the option at 77. So I'm losing $20 a share. And I think I have over 1,000 shares. That's a $20,000 loss. Do you think I want to take it? No. I want to push it forward a couple of months out so it buys me more time so that I can collect more premiums and that I don't lose so much. It's all a numbers game. You just got to learn how to play the game. Do you mind explaining a little about rolling an option? Jokester, how are you today? How do we roll an option? Okay, so when you roll an option, okay, basically the covered call is where you buy a stock, you sell somebody the rights to buy it from you at a certain price. How do you roll it? Well, if your stock drops and you sell an option below what your cost is, and then the stock goes up, now you're going to lose money. Well, don't lose money. Number one, okay, see where it says September 27th? What means I would buy this week's option, whatever it is, uncomfortable as it may be, and then I will sell next week's option, the exact same one. And it's either going to cost me money or it's going to make me money, one or the other. Now, I don't want to lose any money, so I wouldn't do this one. What I would do is I would sell one further out and see what it's going to cost. Am I making money or losing money? If that doesn't work, all right, let's move this one forward. Okay, that's 4 October. Let's go 11 October. Okay, 11 October, I'm still having to pay 16 cents a share. No, thank you. So I want to go further out to 18 October, 25. Why am I paying more if I'm pushing it out further? November, 21. You got to be shitting me. Oh yeah, this one's expired anyway. I can't do this one anyway. Yeah, I can't do this because it's expired. See, September 27th. Let me pick another one. All right, not that one. Let's pick another one. Albemarle. Okay, do you see Albemarle right here? Here's the date, current one. This is next Tuesday. This is next Friday, 4 October. Okay, I'm going to buy back the 81, and then I'm going to sell the next week's 81. So I'm getting a 22-cent credit. So if I go out another week, the 18th of October, well, now I'm getting a 97% credit. I can go out even further to November. Look, now I'm getting $3.10 credit. Rolling it forward it buys you more time, and it's either going to give you more money or take away some money. But rolling forward is a great opportunity to avoid losing anything. Maybe speak about the quad within thing in a little more instead. Okay, jokester, yeah, that's a wild game. It is. But it's always a numbers game. Always playing the numbers. Where is the best and safest place for me to have my money at this moment in time? Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about witching. Okay, sorry about that. I get to a certain point where I learn something that I need that helps me out. I don't know how witching is actually going to help me out. All right, next. SCHD. Who suggested SCHD? Are you still here? Anyone? SCHD? I really don't want to look at it. It's a piece of crap, but I will take a look at it if somebody wants to claim it. Anyone? Okay, nobody wants to claim SCHD. I'm not going to do it if nobody wants to take a look. Great. I don't like SCHD. It's a piece of crap, in my humble opinion. Devon Energy, DVN. DVN. Okay. Simone, yeah, Simone, see, honey, if you were part of the morning trading group, I would help you. Cash Guru, hold on. Sir, please give me $250, lost my college fees. College is a waste of time. You really shouldn't be going. I'm saving you money. Sorry, dude. Yeah, Simone, if you had asked, if you were part of the group, I would have made it so you didn't lose money. That's part of being in a group with a bunch of people all with the same objective in mind, all looking to make a safe, predictable, consistent return on their money. Redneck! Woohoo! Alrighty, so here we go. We're taking a look at Devon Energy. Here we go. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Lovely. Let's take a look. Now, why am I happy that it's down here? Well, because you make most money buying low and selling high. You can't get any lower than the low of the year. Okay? Now, if the low of the year was a year ago, that doesn't do us any good. But right now, Devon Energy is at the low of the year. Great. So let's take a look at the numbers. Right now, 39.01, the 39s are going for 61 cents. Nice. That is over 1%. Yes, jokester, I like 2 days the upside. We haven't gotten to that point yet. Okay, remember, first thing I want to look at, high, low, was, is, and direction. First 5 things I want to look at. Second thing I want to look at, what can I buy it for? What's the closest strike price? What is that going for? That is well over 1%. Okay? Yeah, it's going to pop. Let's get a closer look. Because right now, we're just looking at the 1 year. We can't see very much. Now, Devon Energy a year ago was at 48.33. The high was back in the middle of April. Now it's 55.13. Last 90 days, high, low, where was it, where is it? Get a closer look at the last week or so, but not as clear as I like. I'm looking for a pattern. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. This could be where it turns. Could be. That's the 90-day. Well, let's take a look at the 30-day. 30 days. 27, here we go. Now, this gives me a clearer view of what I'm looking for. It also gives me an idea of where do I think it's going to be by next Friday. Okay, 30 days ago, here's the high, 46. Drops down, retraces, drops again. 1, 2, 3 days to the downside. New bottom, what is that, 37.70, something like that? 37.77, that was pretty close. About the top of my head. Okay, 37.77 is the low. Well, today's an update. That's only 1 day to the upside. It's not, in my humble opinion. Now, some of you might like 1 day to the upside to call it the bottom. Me, I like 2 days. Some people like 3 days before they call it a bottom. Okay, so look at here. Here's the bottom here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now she shoots up. Or 1, 2, and then she shoots up. However you want to label it. This is a game of labels. You have to figure out what is right for you. You got to figure out what makes sense to you. You got to figure out what you want to do. Amlinks 25. Now you guys over here on Instagram, I'm getting ready to sign off. I sign off at 11:30. I've been here since 9. So next time, if you're really interested, I appreciate you coming by, saying hi, hi. But I'm only here until 11:30. Now I do say, if you guys can get the count up over 200, we're at 83 now. I seriously doubt it. Like, subscribe, share, all that kind of crap. If you can get it over 200 by 11:30, which is 9 minutes, I'll stay longer. How do I join the trading group? Carrie, how are you today? Carrie, if you really want to join the trading group, you go over to the 10-minute trader, okay, which is right up in the link in my bio, the10minutetrader.com. Sounds a lot like what I'm doing here. See? Simple, safe, predictable, 1% per week. Live, nightly training, 9 Eastern Standard Time. That's basically what we're doing right now. Right over here, this link right there, that will take you to my Patreon, which looks something like this. Dividend Stock Talk. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? And look at it. Who's this? Oh, that's me. Yay! All right, anyway. So, you have that one. Oops, wait a second. Or you can slide down here a little bit and it says, live trading, join our morning trading group. Right, on that 10-minute trader. Okay, so that being said, let's get back to where we were. Thank you. Everyone, let's tap, tap, tap. We're at 86. You got 8 minutes to get it up to 200 before I'll stay longer. All right, Carrie. That would be great to have you on the list, you know, because you can ask me. The funny thing is, Carrie, $100 a month, you can ask me any questions you want, and I will stay on as long as you continue asking questions. Just send the invites. Yay! Okay. 250,000 portfolio, 1% a week. Well, 250,000 portfolio, 1% a week, that's 2,500 a week. That's 10 grand a month. That's a nice little amount. All right, let's concentrate. We're on Devon Energy. Like I said, I like 2 days the upside before I jump in. And 1 day the upside, we're at 38.96. I could buy it at 39. 39 is going for 61. What is 61? Just for the fun of it, let's do a trade with Devon Energy. First thing I want to do is change this. Covered stock. Boom. The 39. The 39 is right here. Yeah, baby. There we go. What does it look like? Here it is. Buy 10 covered DVN 100s. Those are the weeklies. For October 24th. That's next Friday. The $39 call against the DVN stock. Limit order to open to open. Okay? Break even is 38.34. Currently, 38.34. Currently, the stock price is at 39.01. Okay? Maximum profit, 660. This is where we get our calculator. Clear that. $660. And was it costing me $38,346? Okay, so that is 1.72%. Now, just for the fun of it, if 38,000 scares you, let's change that. But remember this number, 1.72%. Let's get out of there. Now let's just buy 200 shares. Because, 38,000 may scare some people. Okay, change that to market. Here we go. Okay, here's the trade. Buy 2 covered calls on Devon Energy for October 24th. The 39 call against Devon Energy, market order to open to open. Remember the 2 trades, 2 positions, 1 trade, 1 commission. Okay, break even, exact same, 38.33, same break even. Profit 133. So you only make 133 on this trade. But here's the thing. Ready? Clear that, $133. And divide that by the purchase price. Now it's 7,668. So that's what, 200 shares? Yeah, 200 shares. Divided by 7,668. And what does that equal? Look at that. It equals the exact same amount of money. 1.73. Whether you buy 100 shares or whether you buy 100,000 shares, it's still 1.73%. This is why I like using percentages rather than dollar amounts. Because if I told you I made $5,000 a week, you may or may not be impressed. Okay? That is only half the equation. Now, if you're making $5,000 a week on $5 billion, well, that's shit. But if you're making $5,000 a week on 50,000 or 500,000, well, that's more impressive. I like 1%. It's simple, it's easy, and people can digest it easily. It is 4 minutes left, and you guys haven't done a single thing. We're only at 80. Anyway, okay, let's go to the next stock. Delete that. Let's go back here, get back to there, get back to here. Get back to where you want to belong. So that was Devon Energy. Next is going to be Chevron, CVX. CVX. Same thing. First thing I want to see. High, low, where was it? Where is it? What direction is it going? Well, currently, down, up, down. She's going up. So, 145.60. 146s. 148 to 159, that's over 1%. Great. Now let's look at the chart. A year ago, 170. The high was 171.62. Now that was a year ago. The bottom was just recently. Okay, the bottom was September 11th. Look at that chart. Look. Up, down, up, down. Where do you think it's going next? It's pretty simple. It's right there. The quarter mil is in a 401 in IRA, so 10G a month is tax-free, just a $3,000 withdrawal for a living. Well, here's the thing. If it's in a 401k, you really, I can't say that enough, really need to read the fine print of that 401k. Now, the reason why I say you really need to read the fine print on the 401k, I'm not quite sure if you remember the last few times that the federal government had to bail out businesses. Remember in 2008, the federal government came in, had to bail out business, dumped billions of dollars into the market. Great. Then they cut the interest rates from where they were down. Then what happened? 2021, same thing. They dumped billions upon billions of dollars. Now they cut the rates down even further. Okay? Now, where do you think the next bailout money is coming from? It's called, the next time they do it, it's called a bail-in. Not a bail-out, a bail-in. in. So when you deposit your money into a 401k, check the fine print, because a bail-in comes from all the deposits in the banks, which is the 401ks and the IRAs. Yeah, I have my money tucked away someplace where they can't get it. 401k is a piece of crap, but sometimes it's the only thing you have. That's a good idea. Now, if you could roll it into something that's non-taxable, or have it transferred into a corporate account or a, what's the word, hold on, pension. A corporate account in the pension department. So, yeah, or a trust. A trust is good too. That works. That way it's non-taxable. Tax-free. Now the trust or the corporation can buy the trustees a new car, can fly the trustees from wherever you are to Aruba for the annual corporate meeting or for the quarterly corporate meetings, fully tax deductible. And if you do it over a weekend, show up on a Thursday or Friday, stay over the weekend and have your meetings on, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Well, that whole thing is a tax write-off. And the weekend, you get to do whatever you want. Anyway, there's lots of ways of avoiding taxes legally. It's 11:30. We're down to 76 people. We are out of here for the night. Be back again tomorrow. Same thing. Same bat time. Same bat channel. Johnny, tell him what he's won. Well, Bill, thank you for that. You guys have a great day. We are out of here. Okay. Out of here, out of here, out of here. You guys are out of here. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk. 2 days after that big nasty storm. Have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow.